Where would you like to start?
Well, I've been, I don't know about starting, but I've been noticing during the week. Last session we talked about, you kind of introduced me to the idea of self care, and what I previously thought was care. I've now noticed during the week how very much like everything I do is always about thinking about somebody else. So taking care of my kids, taking care of my husband,
Hmm.
um, everything I do is about them.
Sure. And you were saying about your self-care.
Or I don't think there is any.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why is it that there's no care for you by you?
I don't, I don't really think I've done anything to deserve that.
You've done nothing to deserve caring for yourself.
Yeah.
Can you help me understand that?
So, like, I take care of my kids
Uh-huh.
because they're my kids and I'm their mom and I've got to take care of them,
Sure.
and that's something that a good mom would do.
Uh-huh.
Um, but I don't really see that there's anything that I've done to deserve taking time away from them to take care of myself.
No matter how much you do for your children and no matter how much you do for your husband, in the end, none of that accumulates into you believing that you deserve to be taken care of by yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
And what are some of the ideas then you have about yourself as a person?
Um, well, part of it is that I think really deep down, I think that I'm actually a pretty selfish person,
Mm-hmm.
because it seems to be, and even this week after our first session, I've uh, I've been thinking about myself so much more,
Uh-huh.
which then makes me think, well, I must actually be really a selfish person,
Uh-huh.
because I always end up thinking about myself. Like even when I'm trying to do everything to take care of my family,
Sure.
I always end up thinking about myself.
Sure.
Yeah, so then I must be pretty selfish, really, like in my nature.
And this idea that all of these selfish things that you're describing,
Mm.
what does that sort of say about you? Do you attribute anything to that about, I'm wondering if it's tied to the deserving somehow.
Well, I mean, I don't think that I really contribute very much, that I'm really, if I'm really a selfish person and that I end up always just thinking about myself, well, I'm not really worth much as a person.
This idea that you do selfish acts,
Mm.
things that look like they're for other people, but in the end it's just for you. And then you think to yourself that you must be worthless because of those acts.
Yeah, so I think that, like,
Did I get that right?
yeah,
No
that's
matter
right.
how much you do for other people, in the end, some part of you thinks it's actually for you. It's just faking that it's for others. So then you feel selfish, and then you think you must be
Yes,
worthless.
yes, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to put words to it like that, but yes, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing these things,
Uh-huh.
I guess, to maintain the image of me being a good mom,
Uh-huh.
being a good wife.
Okay. Yeah.
When I do take time for
Sure.
myself, I go and do my nails,
Sure.
I go and get my hair done,
Sure.
I might go and buy new clothes,
Uh-huh.
which I'm thinking is for my family,
Sure.
for their good,
Sure.
but really it's all for me.
Okay.
So then I must be a selfish person. So then what worth am I to anybody if I'm just a selfish person? That it's all for me anyway.
It's like a sequence there. Let me just make sure that I got it right. This is
Mm.
idea that first of all, you really believe that you're a worthy person, loving and caring, and you deserve all the care in the world for you. But then you see these selfish acts, and then you evaluate yourself as an unworthy person. Is that
So I
how
don't,
it happens?
yeah, so I don't really see myself as a worthy person. I think I
Okay.
see myself as a,
Mhm.
yeah, a selfish person that
Okay.
really I'm not actually
Okay.
worth anything because I always think about myself.
Okay. All right. So I got a little bit confused there. So I'm just wondering, when did these ideas of not being a worthy person begin?
I think that goes, well, almost as long as I can remember.
Okay.
I think probably when I was a kid, I remember not really feeling worth much
Uh-huh.
um,
Sure.
to anyone, even as a kid, like in like primary school.
And these selfish, selfless acts, when did they begin?
Well, actually, they began later. It wasn't until maybe like
Okay.
late high school.
Uh-huh.
I can remember then that I, started volunteering
Mm.
and I would do things for my grandma
Mm.
and
Okay, so it
yeah.
sort of flips it around there a little bit. Did you notice in the beginning you
Mm,
said you do things
mm,
that seem selfless, but they're actually
mm,
selfish? Yeah. And then you say to yourself that you're worthless.
mm, mm,
But then you explain that actually, from a
mm,
very young age, you
mm,
already thought you were worthless.
mm,
And then you began to become more selfish over time.
mm.
Almost as to insinuate that because you thought that you were worthless to begin with, perhaps you didn't think you had much to contribute with, so you became selfish and started maintaining this image that you're not by doing selfless acts.
Never thought about it like that.
You see how it sort of flips on its tail there?
Yeah.
It would make sense that if you thought that you're worthless your whole life, that you would start becoming more selfish,
Mm,
thinking that you have less to contribute
mm,
with.
mm. That's incredible. I've never thought about it like
Oh,
that before. I've never realized.
so it flipped, time-wise, it
Yeah.
flipped itself there a little bit. The worthlessness
Yeah,
must
yeah,
have come
because you're right.
first.
That's exactly right. That
Mm.
really that was first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
Mm.
God. Yeah. And is it possible? Like, how did like I don't understand then where the worthless
Yeah,
came from.
I don't know that either. But maybe that's something that we can talk about a bit more. See what we get.
Yeah, I would like to figure that out.